Hello, friends. Welcome to all of you for this Global Women Empowerment Sessions 2020. As part of this program, today we have with us Jyotsna from Austin, Texas. And she'll be talking about the grounding. Wonderful topic. Grounding basically means to bring our focus to what is happening to us physically, either in our physical body or in our surroundings. So, my dear friends, instead of being trapped by the thoughts in our mind that are causing us to feel anxious, let's bring back our attention back by doing this breath meditation. There are beautiful grounding exercises which help us to stay in this present moment, and breath meditation is a wonderful amazing technique which help us always to be grounded. So as most of the time we feel scattered or anxious or disconnected from ourselves because of too many thoughts going on in our mind, so this grounding is a beautiful technique which bring back our attention to this present moment. So before starting our session, let's meditate for 2 minutes, my dear friends. Let's meditate by connecting with all the higher beings. So I request everyone to please close your eyes and start observing your normal and natural breath. Completely silence your mind. Now, let's invoke all the divine goddesses' energies, angels, archangels, and all the higher beings of love and light. Connect with them and do meditation, my dear friends. When we silence our mind, we can experience the divine energies of all these masters. Completely bask into this divine healing energies flowing into your body from all these divine beings. Surround yourself with this love and compassionate energies. Now, let's send and radiate this love and compassionate energies to all the beings on this planet Earth. May all the living beings on this planet Earth live happy, healthy, and peaceful. Let each and every person on this planet Earth become a meditator and a vegetarian for the highest and the greatest good of all. Now, gently place your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and you can slowly open your eyes, my dear friends. So under the guidance of our master, Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji, we are doing this triple 1 days of Global Goddess Meditation Circle with triple 1 feminine masters across the globe. So as part of this program today, we have with us Jyotsna. I'm so happy to introduce her. Jyotsna works in software industry and lives in Austin with her husband and 2 daughters. She began her inner journey early 2018. She was completely dedicated and committed, giving many hours of time to meditation, reading books, listening to masters, along with her work and family responsibilities. Through her sadhana, she got answer to many of her questions and also shifted her whole family to plant-based diet. She started spreading meditation and importance of plant-based food along with her journey to her friends, colleagues, and her community in Austin. Now she is spreading this meditation and wisdom sharing throughout the globe, across the globe. So she loves spending her free time in nature and with her kids and reading books. So now we welcome Jyotsna. Welcome.
Thank you, Sri Lakshmi. Am I visible?
Yes, you're visible and you're audible.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my dear friends. I will start. At, I'll start my session by taking a moment and expressing my heartfelt gratitude to our great Grandmaster Patriji, with whose grace we are all meeting here today, and and how lucky I was who has been awakened and transformed my life from leading to a very ungrounded, unbalanced, and chaotic life to being more grounded, peaceful, and a balanced and a life with more purpose. Thank you, Sri Lakshmi, for giving the opportunity on this wonderful platform to express myself. And thank you so much, my dear friends, for joining here with me today. And once again, I express my humble pranams to all the masters who have been guiding me in my path with their wisdom sessions or with their session or with their anything like. Not to mention one, there are many, and I would just be. I feel like I would. The session full will be enough to name if I name each one of them. And yeah, thank you so much. So, my dear friends, as Sri Lakshmi told, I myself am Jyotsna. So I'll give you a little bit background about myself. So I was running completely a robotic life, a robotic mode with complete lack of energy and with no direction till the year 2017. So outer it looked like everything was perfect with job, family, and kids, and only I know what was going on inside. There was so much of disturbance. There was so much of conflicts. It was like my inner struggle to keep everything in pace together, and I was also having issues of slight issues with anxiety and depression. So it was so hard for me to carry on day-to-day activities or even the simple chores, and I was pushing hard myself. With all this going, I was so stubborn not to consult any physical doctor, having so much of confidence in myself so that I can take with care with natural remedies and or with any exercises or anything. I was pushing the thought of meeting any a doctor or anyone since like the only thing is I didn't like the medications that they advise or anything. So I was so confident I could take care of myself with natural ways. So I was pushing the idea of going and meeting one. So it was like that, and I was introduced to meditation in late 2017 by Dr. G.K. Sir, where I didn't put any effort at that time during that year. As Sri Lakshmi mentioned, my sadhana began in early 2018, where I dedicated and committed myself in lots of hours, exploring and learning so much. And reading books was one of my main passion. Like even before meditation, I was into reading books. But after I came into meditation and listened to many masters and what books they recommended to read, I was always carrying books wherever I go, and all these three, like reading books, attending sessions, and doing hours of meditation, are like became my world. So I got opportunity to meet Patriji in mid 2018 when Sir was on USA tour. So I was So as I told, I was so fascinated reading all the books recommended by masters, and I also used to go to the PSM website and see like all the books listed there. I used to research more about authors, like what category is that book, like what that book told, and what are the other books by those authors, and other reviews. So I used to do so much like that, and my first question when I met Sir was like, "There's so many books to read. When will I complete reading them?" So for that, Sir's simple answer is, as you know, most of you will expect maybe. So Sir told, life is eternal. So if not this life, you'll have other lives to read. So why are you worrying so much? There is so much of time. That shook me off a little bit at that time because I was still in ignorant mode. I was, as I told you, I was feeling tough to carry on simple chores. And I felt, even though I was in 6 months into meditation, I felt like the earth plane was toughest to live. And I don't want to be here for the next life or something like that. So, my friends, there is the connection to what I'm going to talk about it today. So, when the life is eternal and when we always have so many lives to live and to do things in a slower pace, so and there is so much of time, what are we running for? Why are we creating health and mental issues from unnecessary thoughts, running after our materialistic life? Where and what are we running for, and how long will we keep running for? So, those answers all the questions. So, if we introspect ourselves and give a moment, then we feel like it is so unnecessary to run, and we feel like uh, we get that grounding feeling, right? So, that is what I'm going to share with you all today. So, So you won't, though I entered into meditation, I was kind of uh, not grounded, I would say, and I was running in spiritualistic life till early 2019, where I had a counseling from one of the master, and she told like, you are not grounded. So then I started exploring, reading more about grounding, about readings. Learning so much about grounding and following simple tools, simple techniques like like having changing my eating habits, bringing more awareness, and spending more time, like trying to balance my physical and spiritualistic life, spending more time to kids, spending with them in the park, and being in the nature for more time. And whatever I do, like the small chores at house, I used to put more awareness in it. So I started putting little things here and there, and then I started observing there is so much of change, and that is what I'll be sharing today. So, what happens when we are ungrounded? So being ungrounded, it is not necessarily the best thing that we want to be, right? So when we are ungrounded, we rush into things, we procrastinate, and things get delayed, and we make unnecessary purchases. We do have eating disorders. We do pick arguments. We do lots of things which are not deserved, um, or we feel like which are not right. They like also like small things like staying up late and lying in the bed for longer time. Even these things are coming to ungrounding. So, if the proper definition of ungrounding is tricky, like sometimes we feel like we are so much grounded, but if we look at into the other sense, like we feel like, oh, I was not grounded at that time. The simple example I can give is like how we perceive that moment, that past moment, and other things. Like, for example, like Friday, Friday evening is kind of relaxing for all, right? So lately I took up a challenging course where I have to use my Friday evenings also in learning. So if I spend my time with kids enjoying the Friday evening, like watching a movie or playing a game with them, like that evening, and the next day when I start thinking over like the incomplete work which I was supposed to do, and taking my attention back to the parts and feeling guilty of not doing what I want, that means like I'm not grounded. So instead of that, I had the best time thinking, like I had the best time with family, and what is past is past. So if I bring my awareness to the present, then maybe I can say I'm more grounded. It depends. Like sometimes we think of the past, and we spend so much of time thinking like, oh, it shouldn't have been done like that. Oh, it should have done like that. I should have been more responsible. This task should have been completed today. Why did I act like that? No? It's good to think so that we don't repeat again, but in a way carry extend we extend ourselves of feeling guilty and other things. So it depends. It mostly depends on how we perceive. And this being ungrounded can range from suicidal thoughts, from the extremes like anxiety, from the thoughts that lead into suicide, or like anxiety, depression, or to the small day-to-day things like where uh, where you just enjoy a cup of ice cream and later you feel guilty. So it can range from big to small, and there is no real proper definition. So, so let me share what I have here today. So if you all can see my screen, how grounding is defined is grounding is simply the process of bringing our attention out of our minds and into our bodies and at the present moment. It is just bringing our awareness back. This is not related to physical layer alone, but it is related to all of the layers in our system, the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, bring everything the present moment. And it can also be defined as how energetic grounding is defined as is it connecting to earth, connecting your body to your earth, and getting the earth energies and feeling the sense of calmness and safety in your body and energy field. That is also defined as energetic grounding. So there are two different definitions. One is like bringing more awareness, and the other energetic grounding is just being closely connected to the earth and getting energy from the earth, feeling a sense of calmness. So, my dear friends, what are the reasons of being ungrounded? There can be many reasons, like why we are not ungrounded. So, this is like you see, there are like four categories of kids. So, it can be from the attachments from our childhood lives, from the misbeliefs from the family that we carry, from the society, from our upbringing, from our family disturbances, and from the implanted fears. So this is a good blog which I found, which explains like the four categories of kids. So so it all depends. We can if I introspected myself, like why I was ungrounded, from where did it start? I guess it's not from insecure attachment. It came from very secured attachment. Like I guess my family was overly protecting or securing me in the childhood. That can that led to ungrounding also. So the secure child is one like who understands healthy relationships, who is more secure and grounded, and who trusts people, who gives values for emotions, and who is brought up in a family where parents are more grounded and balanced, in a strong, healthy environment. So, whereas the avoidant child, the insecure attachment comes from parents who are inconsistent. That means sometimes they are present and sometimes not. So these children often are highly anxious. Um, so they grew up with a style of attachment. And what happens in partners is they rely so much more on each other, and this happens like into more worried, like if they don't receive call, they go into the other mode of thinking, what happened, why aren't they calling me, why are they avoiding me. They go into the other thought process, like oh, so and so might have landed up somewhere, why is he avoiding me, or something like that. So um, so this type of behavior can push people away. um, It can also tend to pull loved ones back, and for example, like more doubts, insecurity, questions keep cropping up between parents, and it's kind of a struggle to trust each other, and all sorts of things. So the kid who is brought up in that environment will be withdrawn, quiet, and anxious. And the next category is ambivalent category. So in this type of environment, parents are quite dismissive. Means they are not so much bothered about what a child really needs. So in this, the child would lack caring, and he feels that the world doesn't need him, and like he cannot rely on, and often have unmet emotional needs. So this type of parents have a hard time understanding and connecting to their children in a more attuned and intimate way. So that leads to more anxiousness, more insecure kids. And the next category is disorganized. So this category is like it's the kids are grown up in a terrifying environment, whereas there is no complete no love at all, and they're more care their caregivers are inconsistent, and they have so much of struggle with relationships. They don't trust anyone. They are they don't care much. They are in very disorganized environment, and they are so much chaotic inside and outside. So all these, like how we grew up, has so much of impact on like the later years, whether we are grounded or ungrounded. And it is in the misbeliefs brought up from the family and society also. Like for example, like and most of us in the East are brought up with strong focus on education system, like on our grades, or on our assignments, or something like only if you secure so and so marks, so and so grades, you can get into good colleges. You can. It's more like a competitive environment, right? Even that would result in more ungrounding, like the parents are so back of getting their kids up to the mark, even like because they had their lifestyle was like that, and every parent tries to give what he or she doesn't have in the childhood, right? If they didn't have proper resources for education, try to give the child that, and their more focus is on just providing what they haven't had in their childhood. Even that even that would be so confusing. The expectations that parents put upon the kids, that may also be leading to ungrounding in the future. The family disturbances and all the implanted fears that are put up that are put in the childhood all result to being ungrounded. So I feel like parenting is one of the most important thing to I guess first of all one has to take care of themselves to be more grounded. He has to have self love. He or she has to feel that he deserves to he deserves a place on this earth. He should be trustworthy, and there is so much there is abundance on this earth, and he should first try to love himself by giving more time, and he should establish that calmness and peace, and then like maybe the kids, the family, everyone will follow. Yeah, that's what happened with me. I started with myself, exploring, introspecting myself, trying to bring the calmness within myself, and then like everything fell in place. So there are three traits of being ungrounded. One of the trait is trance, waking in and out. In this state, we feel fogged, we feel tired, lethargic, depressed, we feel demotivated, we feel cut off from the feelings. So that is the extreme one where like everything crops up slowly, the anxiety, depression, where you think whether I should go meet some doctor or someone to consult, or should do something to end that type of system there, to bring more attention, to be more peaceful. So other mode is the Robert mode. I experienced all three of this. The Robert mode is being very practical, logical, and analytical, and since you don't care about, unaware of one's own feelings and pushing through hard to meet day-to-day needs. Like just like a Robert, you just wake up, you just do the necessary chores, get out to work, come again, do something, sleep. Your day just passes off like that. How it comes and how it goes is all. So you just feel you're burned out by on even for the simple things which you do. In the hyper mode, you might have seen some people who talk very lively, incidentally, and they rush from one thing to other, and they are always on the top of things. So that is the hyper mode. I normally was not a talkative person, but when I came to know about meditation and reading books, I was internally hyper in that mode. Means like I had a strong quest of knowing things. Instead of going in a slow, calm pace, I was like, okay, I should know that. I should know about that author. I should know about that book. You know what that master says, and I was running behind, like not missing any session. Um, so that's kind of hyper mode. So I feel it's important to slow down, my dear friends. Even though we just came to know, I know it is so tempting. It is good to know about the wisdom and knowledge around, like calming down for a moment, not rushing, even for the spiritual quest is so much important. That's what I learned through my experience. So I told you, right, like grounding means physically grounding is more connected to the root chakra. Um, Root chakra is one of the chakra which governs the whole of the physical body, which means like all the other chakras are also depend on the root chakra. So if the root chakra itself is imbalanced or overbalanced, there will be depletion of energies throughout the physical system and also other chakras also. So one has to start with the root chakra. So for that, grounding is the best technique to start with. And so, what are the issues you see at the physical level? You see clumsiness. You see like you're having very hard time to sit still. You're agitated. You have trouble sleeping. You're over talking. You're having trouble communicating thoughts to others. You're constantly scared or worried about getting harmed and feeling unsafe. All these are all the things that you observe at the physical level. And what do you see at the emotional level is you're uneasy, you don't feel like yourself, you're so unsettled, you're worried, you're wishing you could be elsewhere. The majority of the time, like if you are at home, you feel like you should go out, or if you are like, you feel always like the far off place is better than the place where you are currently, and you are triggered into negative or extreme emotions. So, at the mental level, you have difficulty focusing or completing a task, and you have lots of ideas, but you are not organized. You don't have any plan to follow. Um, you're always anxious. You can't escape from mental loops of thoughts and fears. That is all the mental issues. Spiritual, as I told you, are disconnected due to overwhelming, like when you see so much of wisdom, so many books, like that's what happened to me. I was so overwhelmed. And it feels better to be in your head than your body, escaping to your mind, overly vivid dreams and spiritual theories overtake reality. That is like how I told, like life is eternal. So I can't sit up lazy thinking, okay, I can do things tomorrow. Let me not worry about this life. Anyway, there is other life. So that is like we take spiritual theories, taking spiritual theories in the wrong way. What helps with physical grounding, my dear friends? The first and important thing, as you all know, like meditation is the foremost important thing for any issue, for whether it's a health issue, mental issue, or any issue. So I'll talk in a bit about meditation, but eating more root vegetables, uh, which are inside the earth, which come from inside the earth, like carrots, sweet potatoes, beetroots. That will help with more grounding, and which, since the sacral chakra is red in color, like eating fruits and vegetables which are red in color, eating more sprouts which has so much of life in it. And the second thing is spending time in nature, walking barefoot, and grounding yoga poses. So as this walking barefoot and spending in nature has so much importance, like in just connecting to the earth in barefoot. It really helps with grounding. Yeah, the last night my younger daughter was saying, like, you all walk in the park barefoot. She was asking me, "Are you mentioning this in your presentation?" I told, "Yes, sure, I mentioned." And then cleaning up house and surroundings, like making your surroundings clean, like organizing house a little bit, like trashing out what is not necessary, and having good rest. There are many Gudakeshas in our Gudakeshas, which means masters who doesn't require any sleep in our meditation. A Gudakesha is a term which is used in Bhagavad Gita, like Sri Krishna addresses Arjuna as Gudakesha, means he doesn't need any sleep. That comes with so much of effort with meditation. Who is like who carries the same vibes of energy throughout, even like if they miss 1 day or 2 days of sleep, they are in the same mode of energetic field. So, but for us, like who start. A good rest is recommended, at least like 6 to 7 hours a day. So emotional grounding is like check your needs, honor what comes up, and you communicate your needs to others, my dear friends. So, the best thing example I would give is communicate your needs to your family. Like for example, like when I have meetings, and when I need to cook, I get my tone. My kids can sense my raise in my tone, and they keep coming and asking me, "Is everything okay? Is everything okay?" then I would say them like, instead of asking to that question, why do you change that question to, I would appreciate if you change that question to, do you need any help? That would have been better than asking, are you okay? So then they started asking, do you need any help? Later they started asking, when I sense it, when they sense that energetic field, they started coming and started helping me with unloading the dishwasher or cleaning up. They took up some chores by themselves and asking. So it's much important to communicate our feelings to others, whether it's our family, our kids, our friends. It's so that we can get some sort of help. And it's so okay to say no when handling others' needs. Yeah, I had in this week, like I know I was asked to do if I can handle other assignment in my work, and I said no. It's okay when I have so much in my plate. It's okay to say no than like burning out, and then like release emotions in healthy ways. Emotion itself is like energy and motion. So yeah, though we are like so much grounded, at some point we get the burst of being ungrounded, right? That emotion comes in either with work or with kids or with parenting. So how we release it matters, like how we are reacting to it. So for example, I release my emotions coming to the kitchen and cleaning up the dishes or going outside or just cleaning. So in that way, at least some of the work gets done. So the mental grounding is like you can maintain a journal, and I know this social media takes us so much, right? The Facebook, Instagram, all the apps. So limit intake of social media. I felt myself like so much into Facebook, and I completely removed the app from my phone for at least 6 months. So, and you set up the daily schedule, reminders, and important appointments so that you don't miss and later feel like you're worried about your missing appointments. All those things help out with at the mental level. And the spiritual grounding is like meditation, my dear friends, like establishing an environment like meditation, like according to the age, spending more hours in meditation to get that swirling of thoughts and to get rid of that thoughts and establish the calmness in you, and just play, rest, and be creative, and just bring your five senses back to the moment and spend time with arts, passions, whatever you think it will help. Like just give a little bit time for yourself. So, apart from meditation and other things, walking barefoot, spending in the nature, there are some tools that help with grounding. The crystals that help with grounding are hematite, soapy quartz, jasper. So, all these crystals can just can be holded during meditation, so that you feel more grounded. And essential oils that help with grounding are cedarwood, frankincense, patchouli, which can be used in bathing diffusers, or you can just buy the rollers and apply it 1 or 2 drops to just your skin to make yourself calm and more grounded. And the herbs that can be used either in tea or in bath or anywhere is the sage, holy basil, lavender. All these herbs help with grounding, and moreover, the main thing that helps with grounding is the yoga poses, the mountain pose. Yeah, those are my favorite yoga poses, where I just stretch, where I in between work or in between any chores. Mountain pose, warrior pose, tree pose, child pose. And apart from these, the pranayamas and other breathing exercises also help with grounding. So, my dear friends, these are very famous documentary movies to watch. The Earthing movie has so much. So, Dr. Deepak Chopra, he's the author of the Earthing movie, and he brought this movie, and it has so loads of information, like how to be like, what are the advantages of walking barefoot, shared by physicians, doctors, and actors. How it brought how they were able to establish the calmness and the presence by just spending with nature, being grounded, and just lying down on the grass. It's in YouTube, so it's one of the best movie to watch to know more about grounding. And I don't see many people walking like barefoot. Like people think like there may be snakes, there may be ants, there may be like it might be prick or something. And after watching this movie, I always walk in the park at least like if we are walking like 30 minutes, I just take my shoes and socks off, and at least like 10 minutes I make sure I'm walking barefoot. So it really helps walking barefoot. And there are many other facts and other things also you get to know watching that movie. And the Grounded movie is also a similar movie where this author is in Alaska, and he spreads about grounding, and it also brings about how to connect with the Earth's electromagnetic field. So it tells about that and other grounding techniques. It's one of the nice movie where people share like how it helped them. Um, and mostly this walking barefoot, it reduces inflammation. And inflammation is the primary cause for any illness, either physical illness or mental illness. It starts with inflammation. So there's so much of depth of subject discussed in how like the inflammation is reduced at drastic level in these movies. So please go ahead and watch these movies to get more information. And yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening to me and being here with us today. And now let's sit comfortable and let's be in meditation for a few minutes, my dear friends. Just close your eyes, sit comfortable wherever you are. Relax your hands, cross your foot. If you are having glasses, take off your glasses. If you're sitting on the sofa or the chair, just cross your legs. Bring your awareness to the present. Just feel ourselves. Let's bring our attention to the center of the heart. Feel ourselves centered. Feel ourselves in the loving energies around us. Let's thank our physical body, each and every part of the physical body. And my dear friends, imagine that we are deeply grounded to the earth. Imagine the roots from our feet penetrating towards Mother Earth. We are all one. all safe and protected. Imagine you're deeply rooted to the earth. Express your gratitude to Mother Earth. Everything is loving around us. Is how we see. This vision we are filled with the divine energies. Ask and it is given, my dear friends. Whatever we want, with a humble and sincere request, the knowledge or wisdom is given to us. Just need to be open and receptive to receive all that. Have to start expressing gratitude. The smallest things to the biggest gifts in our life. Our family, friends, all the masters. thank our physical body, which is the vehicle, is the shower all the loving energies to each and every part of our physical body. I'm deeply rooted and connected to my body. I have everything I need. With every breath, I release anxiety. I release all my doubts and fears. I nurture my body with what it needs to flourish. I'm always supported by Mother Earth. I deserve to be safe at all times. All is well in my world. I am at home wherever I am. Worthy of love and care. I have everything I need. I choose to trust the universe, asking it to guide me in all walks of my life. I am all. I am happy. I release all the unnecessary thoughts and mental patterns. So tuned to fulfilling my highest purpose. I'm here to take all the lessons, to learn and grow and evolve myself spiritually. I have right to be here. I trust in the good of the world. I am connected with all my physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, and they work in space. All of my needs are met. Yeah, it's 2 minutes, my dear friends. Sit with your eyes closed. Imagine the astral pyramids on ourselves, on our homes, Mother Earth, many astral pyramids, bring the energies in threefold. I'm blessed. You all are blessed. Last 2 minutes. Let's thank the Mother Earth for giving us everything. Ourselves. Slowly place your hands on your eyes for a few seconds. And whenever you are comfortable, please open your eyes, my dear friends. And once again, thank you so much for being here with us today. And have a very great day. Thank you.
Jyotsna, I'm still living in that happiness mode because grounding is such a wonderful topic that I know the importance of grounding. I was very ungrounded. Like few years back, I was very ungrounded. Like I started to ground myself, and I started to experience all the grounding, just living in this present moment. How peaceful we ground ourselves. Is my voice echoing? Is it okay?
It's fine, Sri Lakshmi. Yes.
Thank you so much for sharing the like various modes of grounding, like trance, vague mode, like you shared like a robotic mode and hyper mode, and what are the how the people who live in this trance mode like feeling always that foggy mind, lethargic, depressed, this feeling disconnected with themselves. Wow, thank you so much, Joshna. Wonderful
Yeah.
point.
And
Beautiful.
even though we are in spiritual realm also, we feel ungrounded some of the time. With abundance of knowledge and wisdom, we keep running.
That's true. That's true. Because I have practically experience in my life, so I know the value of grounding. And yes, we will be. Even though we are in the spiritual path, we feel like more of unorganized, like overthinking. We do have the fears when we are ungrounded. Like, thank you so much for explaining about this physical grounding and also like. Physical grounding, like we can beautiful tips you have given, like eating root veggies, carrots, like beetroots, spending time in nature, like barefoot walking is the ultimate solution, and emotional grounding, mental, wow. I can't explain enough. Beautifully shared, Joshna, thank you so much.
Thank you, Sri Lakshmi. Thank you.
Yes, yes. And so we have received comments. Namaste, masters, and yes, wonderful topic. Shweta, beautiful.
Yeah, thank
Wonderful.
you, everybody.
Yes, thank you, Madhu.
Thanks, Madhu.
Yes. So,
Thanks again, Sri Lakshmi. Such a wonderful platform. Thanks for giving opportunity to express and share about grounding today. Yeah.
yes, much needed topic. And thank you once again, Jyotsna. Thank you once again. And friends, we'll wait for a minute. If you have any questions, please do ask Jyotsna about the grounding. And you want to say anything, Jyotsna? Meanwhile, to divide it.
Yeah, what I've seen, like when I came into the spiritual path, also I feel so much ungrounded. And when I now that I'm settled, I know like how to bring awareness, and I don't rush like for master sessions or like reading books or anything. Like I go in a slow pace, but like I see many of my other friends who just came into spiritual path touching my like me. Like one thing is, yeah, everyone learns from their own experience, but my dear friends, like balancing both physical and spiritual is so much important. And some friends keep saying me like they want to attend each and every master session, and they don't give so much importance to their physical needs. Like so, as Patriji says, we have to be in the middle path. So that we have to bring ourselves. Are we really in the middle path? Are we really balancing? Are we really like enjoying that food, or are we just eating and just running, or whatever small or big work we do? We have to bring more awareness and enjoy ourselves. And then now, like everything is recorded, we can see the sessions later or hear the wisdom. There is no need to rush, I feel like.
Yes, yes. So some sort of this in spirituality also, if we are ungrounded, we feel in the rat race. So everyone is taking,
Mm.
we have to take the session. We don't know what we are doing sometimes. So we need the grounding is a very beautiful topic, Joshna. Like what you said, like communicating our needs with our family. Yes, that is the most important thing. When we are grounded, the nature knows what best we need in our life. So automatically we get the support from our family. Unless until we are ungrounded, the family members also behave the same thing with us, because we are vibrating in such ungrounded frequency. So yeah, because I have one friend, she's a wonderful meditation master. She did lot of courses on many things, like wherever the course or wherever the class happens, she will be the one who will be there, who will attend the class. She's a great master. At the same time, she's very ungrounded, she's very unorganized. So yeah, this is a beautiful topic. And let me see if I received any comments. Yes, wonderful session. Wow, glorious middle path, beautiful verse. Okay. Yes, Yoshna. Thank you so much once again, and thank you, friends, for utilizing these sessions. We're so happy this like these sessions. Every session will be helpful. That these sessions are also helpful, and yeah, thank you once
Yeah,
again.
thank you, everybody. Thank you, Sri Lakshmi.
Thank you. Bye. Bye all. Yeah.